Can you keep a secret? Like, for real, can I trust you right now watching this to keep a secret for me? Because I need to talk about something, but it needs to stay on the down low. You need to not tell many people about this. Preferably don't tell anyone about this. But I need to get it off my chest. I've already told too many people as it is, but I need to speak about it a little bit more. So if you're someone who can't keep a secret, then please leave. Click off of this video right now before I begin to divulge this secret, because I don't want it spread too far and wide. I'm hoping this video gets maybe 30 views and nothing more. Anything more than that and I might be in a little bit of trouble. So I'd appreciate it, please. If you can't keep a secret, leave. I'll give you a second. Alright. So now that everyone who can't keep a secret's gone, I'd like to speak to you. The person who can keep a secret. Yes, that's right, you. A couple of months ago, maybe 7 weeks ago, I was hearing noises when I was lying in my bed. I could hear things in the walls and things above me in my loft. At first I thought maybe I was imagining it. At first I thought maybe, had my wine been spiked? Am I on some sort of hallucinogen or something? Have I been eating the mushrooms like that are on my shirt right now? Is something going on? But that didn't seem to be the case because it persisted night after night. And so then I began thinking, is it maybe little people with clogs on? Little geese with clogs on? Little mice with clogs on? Running around, stomping around, making a racket? Are they maybe living in my walls? Do I have uninvited guests? I was almost willing to put up with that. But it wasn't very nice. It would be 4 a.m. It would be very early in the morning and I'd be getting woken up by scurrying in my walls or above me. And so it wasn't very nice. I wasn't getting good sleep. I started searching around. I thought maybe the borrowers had come to visit. And you know, I made a video before. I really don't like the borrowers. I thought maybe it was Stuart Little. And I really don't like him either. I actually got a little bit excited, if I'm honest, because I thought, hey, the borrower Stuart Little, this is my chance to do some nasty things to those little buggers. Alas, no sign of anything. I didn't find any little holes that they had been climbing in or out of. I couldn't find anything missing from my kitchen. I couldn't find anything missing from my flat at all. I was getting really disappointed. And so I'm hoping, well, if it's not the borrowers, I kind of hope it's something just lost in my head. I hope maybe my mind's wandering a little bit. That would be okay. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Apparently, some people have said I'm perpetually high. Some people have said that I'm high all the time. So maybe that was true. Maybe my brain is producing its own drugs sort of thing. It's doing this little chemical reaction that makes me hallucinate. Maybe that's what's going on. But I don't think that's what's going on because eventually I bit the bullet, so to speak, and I called up a man, a pest control man, and so he came along, and you know, I was expecting John Goodman or someone like from the borrowers who was going to come in here looking really mean, but instead I got a guy who looked a bit like Ray Donovan, so I've been calling him Rat Donovan because he's like the rat man, and he came in with a little ladder, and he went up into my loft to have a look, and he found some little droppings, and sure enough, they were droppings apparently that did not match little people droppings. They did not match the droppings of the borrowers, and they also did not match droppings of like geese with clogs on, and there were no signs of mice with clogs on either. He assured me, in fact, that it was rats that had been there, and they weren't living there. Maybe they were living in the walls, but they were no longer in my loft. And so, to be safe, he put down a couple of trays of rat poison. A couple of trays, and he gave me a little sticker, and he put it in my kitchen, and he said, This is the poison, do not ingest it. And the man stood there and he was very, very eager and very happy to tell me about how when the rats eat this poison, their organs will clot and expand until they explode. And he says he's heard the rats cry and scream and whine when he has done it to them before. He took a lot of pleasure in telling me this, and I thought, okay. And he also made a point of telling me that one little piece of this very, very pure and very, very intense rat poison would kill any living thing on the planet. With that cheery conversation, he got up and he left. He left my flat and he said he would be back in a week. 2 weeks passed before he actually came back. I was still hearing the noises in my walls. I was still hearing the noises above me, which was strange because he assured me that the rats, if they were rats, would eat the rat poison instantly. They would just eat it, and that would be it done. They cannot resist because it's very, very tasty and appetizing to them. So I began thinking maybe it's not rats at all. Maybe it is the borrowers. Maybe they've learned some tricks. Maybe they've outsmarted us. So the man comes back in 2 weeks' time and he comes and he says, oh, I better go check. Have you still been hearing the noise? And I said, yes, I've been hearing the noise. And he goes up and he checks on the rat poison trays. And he says, well, you know, the rat poison hasn't been touched. They've not taken a single piece. And I was like, well, yeah, I assumed that I could still hear them in my walls. And he looks at me like I'm a crazy man. He's like, well, you can't have rats up there because if the rats were up there, if the rats were here, they would have eaten that poison. And I'm saying, well, I still hear these little bastards with clogs on. They're in my walls. I hear these people in my walls. What are you trying to say here? They clearly are still here. But he insisted, no. And then he gave in and he told me, you know what? I'll leave it 1 more week. He said, I will leave it 1 more week. And then I'll come back and check 1 more time. Just to make sure, just in case. They are rats and they come back and they eat, and so we'll give it a week. And he also told me in that same sentence, he said, I'm leaving this company very soon and I'm going to work for a different company. And I thought, okay, that's cool, so I'll see you next time. And he said he might even come back with a guy who's training to be his replacement. And I thought, that's cool. And so he goes away. And a week passes and I still don't hear from him again, and I think that's strange. But the last time he did take twice as long as he said he would be a week, and he took 2 weeks. So I thought, okay, I'll leave it. And 2 weeks passed, and I still have not heard from Ratman. 3 weeks passed. You know, it has now been over a month, and I have not heard from the Ratman. And so up in my loft, I still have a lot of rat poison. Just lots of rat poison just sitting there. And this is the secret, folks. I have a stash of rat poison up there, 1 piece, enough to kill any living thing on this planet. Something that you need a license to distribute. This man was supposed to come back and collect it, because I guess this company is liable if they've gone and distributed rat poison somewhere and it goes missing. But now I'm not convinced that this man has either been an imposter. Maybe he didn't work for this company in the first place. Maybe he really isn't a rat man. Maybe he is a man who is half rat, half man. Or maybe he's just gone off and now he's working with this other company. But now I have this poison in my loft and I'm still hearing the noises in my walls. Nothing has been solved. Yet I am left with a supply of rat poison. And me, being the man who enjoys fine wine that I am, have been going out and drinking wine, getting a little bit over-refreshed. And I keep joking to people and I keep telling people, ha, if you ever need someone killed off, I've got rat poison. Wink. And they laugh along. And they laugh along. And I laugh along. I have gone on the internet. I have told people things such as, when I was 11 years old, I switched my auntie's heart medication with rat poison. People laugh, haha, or they block me sometimes. Very, very unhinged conversations. But the problem I'm having here, folks, is that I have enemies. I have people in this world I dislike. And so maybe there are also people I think deserve to ingest rat poison. And so I have this issue now, and this is why it needs to be a secret, because I thought, hey, I should sneak up there, get a little food bag, Ziploc bag, and put some of the rat poison in it and store it away for a rainy day. And then sometime in the future, when there's someone that needs to be taken out, I can stir rat poison into their tea. I can put it in their pork pie. I can get rid of them. And no one will suspect a thing, and I can listen as their insides expand and explode. But the problem is, I've told too many people. I've told too many people in a jesting manner. I don't know if they believe me. I don't know if you believe me. But I have all this rat poison. I have enough rat poison to kill a whole village. Maybe even more. And it's just sitting there. I'm sitting here with weapons of mass destruction. And as much as I'd like to use them at some point, I can't. Because I've told too many people. And so now if I actually go and do something, people are going to say, it must have been him, because he told me he had rat poison. And I don't think that's very fair. I don't think that's fair that people would accuse me of killing someone with rat poison. I'm also now concerned that the rat man, Rat Donovan, maybe this was his plan all along. Maybe he's trying to frame me. Maybe he put the rat poison up there and he had been setting up this stuff. He is the actual man who's climbing up the side of my walls every night. He's got a little ladder and an abseiling kit, and he's banging on my walls, making me think there's something there, just so I would call him out in the first place, so that he could put the rat poison up there, so that he could then go kill someone with rat poison, and then later say, hey, you know that time when I worked in that area? I left rat poison with this guy. We should go have a look. I bet that it might be that guy who killed that person over there, the rat poison. Meanwhile, it's him who killed him with the rat poison, not Rag Reynolds. It was Rat Donovan. He's the one who's going to kill people with rat poison, yet he's going to blame it on me. And I don't know what to do now, because I've told so many people that I want to kill people with rat poison. And so you see my dilemma here. You see how I'm stuck. I'm at the point where if I don't kill someone with rat poison, I'm going to get blamed for him killing someone with rat poison anyway, and so I'm going to go to jail for that. Whereas if I do kill someone with rat poison, then everyone's going to know that it was me, and so I'm going to go to jail for that. And so no matter what I do, I'm doomed. I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. And so I'm just wondering, maybe I just need to have a funky fresh time. Maybe I just need to go for it and start getting rid of my enemies with the rat poison. I'm stuck. And as I keep saying, this is a secret, folks. It's a secret. But I don't know what to do. And so I'd really appreciate some advice in those comments. I also would really like to work out what's actually in my walls. Because if it's not Stuart Little, it's not rats, it's not the borrowers, it's not a mouse with clogs on, it's not geese with clogs on, then what the fuck is it? What the fuck's in my walls? Do you know?